Hi everyone, happy full moon in Aquarius. I hope you're all doing well. This is a big full moon. We're clearing out an 18-year-old cycle. So think back what was going on 18 years ago for you. There's something coming to an end here. We've completed something, we've ascended, we're moving through the next portal into a more fulfilling life is what I'm getting from Spirit. And you really believe that, really have faith in that. Of course, there's going to be ups and downs in this next cycle, but you've done so much hard work here that you deserve to feel this lightness. You deserve to cut the cords of those energies that are pulling you back into a cycle that just no longer exists. I know that I feel a lot lighter. I'm feeling like I've cleared a ton of cords on the energy plane, and I'm really excited for this full moon. There's two full moons this month in August. So I'm going to talk more about that, I think, when we get to Lionsgate, because as one of you mentioned in the comments, Meridian Prime, thank you so much for your insight, that these full moons are sandwiching Lionsgate. So very important full moon. Hi, Pixel. Did you want to come and celebrate the full moon with everyone? So we're working with Aquarius energy in this full moon. All right, come sit down now. So Aquarius is an air sign. It's a fixed air sign. So this is activating the mind, this full moon, in a lot of good, positive ways. We also have Mercury in Virgo, which is very exciting. Some of you might feel like your brain is on fire. I know I feel that too. I've been just reading like crazy, learning things, researching things, collecting information, writing. I've been doing a lot of creative writing. You might actually find that you process your release through creative writing at this time. Poetry, short stories, journaling, whatever it is that you feel guided to do. This is a really good energy to work with, this air energy, grounding it through the form of writing. Hi, sweetheart. This full moon is going to bring clarity. It is going to ease your mind in some way. You will have a larger perspective, an elevated perspective on a long cycle that you've been closing out and that you have now completed. You know, I found some of my old journals. I'm going to get into the tarot in a minute, but I just feel like talking a little bit here. I hope you don't mind. It's the Mercury in Virgo, I think. But you can skip ahead if you choose, of course. But I found some of my old journals up in, tucked away in my closet. And they kind of fell out, actually, and I started reading them, and they were from about 3 years ago or so, and I just had so much compassion for my past self because I could see the struggle that I was going through and all the energies I was working through and healing through and just the unknowingness of where I was going next, and it really gave me a lot of perspective to look back on my old self. Yeah, it kind of fell down just like that. Gave me perspective to look back at my old self and realize why I did some of the things I did, why I felt some of the ways I felt, why I thought some of the things I thought, and the purpose for it all. So this is a message for you too. I feel like this is definitely coming in for most of you here. This clarity, this ease of mind, this lightness here. Okay, claim the energy. This is also a time about telling stories, okay? So the stories that you hear and the stories that you tell are going to be significant for the next leg of the journey. Now I got cat hair all over me, sticking to my lip gloss. Hope you guys don't mind that. You could be having a lot of symbolic dreams that are telling significant stories, so pay attention to that. Now, Aquarius is also about collective energies, so some of you might be highly sensitive to what's going on in the collective. So the tarot spread that we're going to do for the full moon, I'm going to check in on some of these things. If you see me looking over here, I created one for this full moon. Some placements here that we're going to get into is what are you gaining clarity on? What story are you releasing? Where in your life are you creating freedom, craving freedom, but creating freedom? Aquarius is all about that too with Uranus. What collective energies are you picking up on, and how can you connect to others and find more unity in your life? Okay, so this is for the collective, but of course, we're talking to you here. We're talking to your higher self. We're connecting with your guides, your angels, your higher self. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. I can't believe I've hit 50K. I'm going to do another thank you video for that with an all signs reading, probably around Lionsgate. But just to say it now, thank you so much. All the support. You have no idea how you've changed my life. And yeah, it just means a lot to me. And Pixel. Okay. All right. Let's get into it, everybody. Everybody here in the house. Pixel's hair. Now, I know sometimes the orbs are in the shot, but please take these orbs with a grain of salt. They're most likely Pixel's hair. Okay? Because it is everywhere. Girl, I'm going to have to get you off the table. Find a spot, or she found a spot in my shirt. Find a spot, or we're going to have to get you out. All right? I know, guys. I know. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Let's get into the tarot and see what's going on here for the full moon for you, the collective. What's happening? What energies do we have? What messages do we want to come through from Spirit? For the full moon in Aquarius, Spirit, what message do we have? I'm going to pull 6 cards and put them face down so we can go through them together. I'm using the Ocean Tarot and the Faceted Garden Oracle. All right, let's see what's going on. What possibilities are being offered to you during this full moon? Oh, we have light, beautiful, and strength. Oh, how positive. Spirit is saying here, like I was saying, you're going to feel so much lighter. There's a sense of freedom coming in, a release, like one that you're actually going to feel. And I feel like it's in your body. Some of you have been dealing with some difficulties when it comes to your body, health maybe, or just maybe feeling tired, sluggish, whatever. That's changing. There's something here that's happening where you're getting stronger, but you're feeling lighter at the same time. I'm hearing something like you're flexing your light muscle. Flexing your light muscle. Now your strength here comes from your knowledge of the dark, of what's underneath the water, of the monster within, or maybe other people's monsters that are trying to take your ship down. You've discovered that. You've learned that. What that is, what it feels like, what it looks like, how to protect yourself from that. You understand. And because you understand the dark, or an aspect of the dark, your shadow, you're able to really embrace the light now. You know, you're not really in the light unless you're aware of the shadow. And it's not even just becoming aware, like having an encounter with your shadow. In order to access higher levels of consciousness and feel more light within you and around you, you have to integrate the shadow. You have to see its use and its value, acknowledge it. Know how to use your shadow when you need. Know how to use your shadow for the light. You know, in the traditional Rider-Waite, we have the woman closing the lion's mouth. You know, it's that carnal, instinctual, bestial side of you coming into union with your higher self. This is so beautiful. This is a spiritual moment in time where you are absolutely certain and clear that you have elevated. Where are you gaining clarity? Let's see. We have accomplishment and the Eight of Swords. Whoa! This is amazing. You figured out how to get out of your own way, how to get out of your own head. You realized that you were going in circles with something here. And you found your way out. You took the blindfold off. You realized, hey, the path is open. I can walk forward. What an accomplishment. And look at this white rabbit here. I feel like you kind of had to go down a rabbit hole in order to do this. You know, you had to really explore yourself, what was holding you back, what your fears are, what that little voice inside your head really wanted from you. All those times it was telling you, no, this isn't right, you're wrong, this isn't going to happen for you. I feel like you had a very stern and deep conversation with that part of you that kept you in a state of, I don't know what's going on. You really mastered a part of your mind here. What a magnificent accomplishment that is. So you're clear. You're totally clear of what holds you back, of what trips you up, of what triggers you, of what gets you stuck. And that awareness now is your weapon. It's going to be so much harder for others to trigger you and trip you up, deceive you, confuse you, get you going in circles, because you already know how to get out of that or how to not go there in the first place with those people or even with yourself. You have the key to unlock yourself, and the key is within you. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is huge. And for many of you who this is resonating with, I'm feeling like you're going to see other people around you who haven't elevated into this state of awareness go through their own trials and tribulations where you can clearly see that they're stuck in their own thoughts, that it's their own fears holding them back. It's their own shadow pulling them down and blindfolding them to their truth. And it might feel a little bit frustrating, but don't allow it to frustrate you. Everybody has their own process. Everything happens in their own time, in other people's own time, okay? Some of you might feel a little bit bewildered by other people's actions, but you're really going to see a difference between those who get it and those who don't. Those who understand themselves and those who don't. This is so much clarity. Beautiful. Okay. What story are you releasing? We have birth with the World and the Page of Pentacles. The story that you're releasing here is that in order to enter a new cycle, to be born again, birth in the world, to be reborn, you'd have to start at zero. That you'd have to learn so much. It's going to take so much effort in order to rebirth, in order to enter a new cycle, in order to close a cycle. I have so much more work to do, so much more to learn. And Spirit's saying, no, you're already the master of this story. Yeah, I feel like, I'm hearing enslaving. It's almost like some of you felt maybe enslaved to a certain dogma or particular way of thinking or doing something. And you're going to realize that you're not. You're unshackled. You're free. You're the master. And there is no slave. Beautiful. Yeah, some of you felt like you had so much more to do. I got to go back to school for this. I got to get this thing in order to get that thing. I have to learn, I have to read all the esoteric books in the world before I can even think that I understand what higher levels of consciousness mean. It's like, no. You're releasing that story. Because that story keeps you in a state of never being in the present moment, always thinking about the future self, about how you're going to be this if you do that. And it's like you're realizing that you already are what you want to be in the present moment. Powerful reading. Okay. What area of your life is craving? I keep tripping up on that, and I think Spirit wants me to change it to creating. Okay, so what area of your life are you creating freedom? We have path and the Chariot. I can't, guys. I was just, I was looking up the etymology of the word career. And I forget the Latin word now, how to say it, but basically it comes from a word that means moving along a wheel, or moving along a wheel, something like that. And instantly when I read that, I thought of the Chariot card. So I feel like there's something here about coming up about your career. You're choosing a new career path, okay? Or this is what you're being guided to do, or doing something new in your career. You have an idea that you've been spinning around in your mind for quite some time. And your higher self really wants you to just get started, to just start creating. Even if it means brainstorming on paper what the next steps are, what you think the vision will end up looking like. Looking at images online of whatever it is that you want to do, or wherever it is that you want to go, maybe if it's traveling. There's something here where Spirit's like, just get the ball rolling. Just start creating. I'm also seeing this little spindle thing, and it's reminding me of the movie Inception. And I don't know if you've seen it, but he has one of those tops, right? And in order to confirm to himself that he's in reality, he takes, I don't know, it's a big long story, but the top basically falls over. Whereas if he's in a dream state, it just keeps spinning. And I'm seeing that the top has fallen over here, which is telling me that there's a part of you, your higher self, is craving and creating a reality here of moving forward with your ambitions and your goals and your talents and your gifts. Your higher self also wants to tell you, like, this can be a reality. It's not just a dream. Whatever it is that you want to do, you want to be a coach for something, you want to be a creator, an artist, a musician, or you want to open up your own business, or you want to change your career path to this, or you want to become a mother, a father, or you want to travel to Rome. I don't know what it is, okay? But you can do it. Just start creating the first steps. We had another interruption there. I think this is significant. As many of you know, whatever happens during a reading for me is part of the reading. And so just as I'm saying to you, to go forward and make your dream a reality, this is what your higher self is really craving and wanting you to do. We have a disruption. So I feel like this, don't let those disruptions from other people's ideas of what you should do, or maybe other people want you to help them in ways that take away from your own path. Don't let any kind of outside distractions deter you from taking your path, from creating your path, your own path. You know, it's beautiful to build with someone else, build a mutual path, you know, that you can both walk down. However, it has to be mutually beneficial, or else it's out of alignment, it's out of balance. Okay, and we don't want that, of course, because there's karmic repercussions when we do things that are out of alignment. That's a message for someone, okay? So someone might be distracting you, maybe not intentionally, or maybe, I don't know, but don't let them do that. Okay. So let's move to the next placement, which is what collective energies are you picking up on? We have transient with the Page of Swords. I feel like this is a lot of mental activity that you'll be seeing in the collective, a lot of throwing around of ideas. Some of these might be half-baked, not fully formed, or maybe they're coming out in metaphor. That's okay. People are working with new concepts, new ideas. That's partly Aquarian energy, is putting together and connecting the dots between very diverse and divergent forms of thought, okay, to find something useful. Connecting the dots here. You'll see the collective connect the dots with something. That's the point, yes. You're going to see the collective connecting the dots. Anything else? Let's get another card out here. You also might find that you're interested in one thing for a second and then you lose interest and you move to the next. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, don't worry about that. I'm feeling some pressure here in the ears as well. Maybe it's things you're listening to or things you're hearing. You take what you need and you move along. You know, even with my channel, right? Like, I'm so grateful to all of you who have been here for a long time, but if something's not serving you anymore or not resonating, or it's taking away from something else that you could be doing or someone else you could be listening to, then by all means, right? Leave it behind. It's all good. Yeah, so that could be a message there too. It's okay to disconnect from things that just aren't serving you. Some of you feel like you're not sure if it's a bad thing to leave this behind, if you're betraying someone, or I don't know. It's okay. You have to move down your path here. I feel like for some of you, you are leaving a collective. The Fool, yeah, because you have to start somewhere new. You have to go somewhere new, okay? It's all good. People are also people are connecting their own dots to build a better future for themselves. The collective is really coming into Fool energy, massive shifts and changes. You know, the Fool is Uranus, and Uranus is like, whoa, we're in a whole new world now. We're in a whole new paradigm. How did that even happen? It kind of feels like a boom, like almost like a tower moment, but a much more positive experience because there's a light now. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. That's what you're going to see in the collective. The people are seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like we've swam through a lot of murky waters here, and we're ready to take that leap of faith forward and leave the past behind and learn new things about ourselves, others, and how we can connect. I feel like there's a lot of free thinking, a lot of open communication happening, a lot of play. And that's beautiful. Okay, so enjoy that because it's positive collective energy. Okay, so how can you create more unity and connection with others during this full moon? We have Nocturnus with the 5 of Wands. Well, know that you're not in it alone, whatever it is that you're going through, whatever it is that you're struggling and up against. You know, those times you might be in bed, like feeling like nobody understands you, nobody gets you, you just want to hide under the covers. I get that sometimes, you know. You're not alone. There's other souls out there who are feeling the exact same way as you, okay? You can energetically connect with support systems. I'm hearing in nature. Okay, so being in nature is very useful around this time, grounding yourself, because we do have a lot of air energy happening. Yeah. there is a fight that is happening, okay? And we are connected together in this battle, in this fight. But Spirit doesn't want you to think about the fight as something that has to feel like a bloody war is what I'm getting, like a bloody war. It doesn't have to go that way. So I feel like you're going to be connecting to others based on a shared interest, a cause maybe. You're fighting the matrix, fighting the system, fighting for a new world together. But what's holding you together, what's creating the connection between you and others is not a warring energy. It's not a shadow contract. It's not a feeling of angst. It's faith. It's love. It's purpose. It's passion. It's knowingness. True alchemy always has the frequency of love embedded in it. Okay, and I feel like that's how you're going to connect to others. I know some of you might find it super cheesy, but love is really the only way. And who doesn't like cheese anyways? All right, guys, I feel like, you might hear some talk in the collective or just in society about how to beat the man, how to, play the game smarter, faster. And it's like, you don't have to play the game at all. You can just quit that game, okay? And forge something new, something empowering, something where you're connecting with others out of a place of love. That's where everything grows. Everything grows from your heart chakra, everything in your life. And you don't want to walk around with a closed heart chakra or like a chip on your shoulder or conniving and scheming how to get you to the top. No. That's not how you create the life you want. It truly isn't. You might get rewards in the material realm, but the energy you sit in amongst your riches won't feel good at all. Remember that. Okay, I know most of you connect through the frequency of love, and that's why I'm here with you. All right. I love you so much, and I'll see you next time.